Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a room review of a recent stay I had on Christmas Eve at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows, specifically in a duo studio at the Island Tower, which is recently opened up on December 17th. In this video, I'm going to be going over the amenities of the resort as well as the details I saw in the room. Again, if you have any questions, always leave them down in the comments below, and I hope you enjoy this room review. All right, as I do with all my other room reviews, I just give a brief who was staying in. So, in the room was Christmas Eve. It was the duo studios only fit two people, so I just decided to do a one night stay just to try out this new room. And especially in the duo studio, I've never stayed in a duo studio, so I kind of want to see how it was. For me, for one night, it was spacious. I had enough room to put my luggage. If I had some groceries or if I had some shopping materials, then I could locate storage in the chest of drawers, or they had a kind of like a closet next to the TV area. Besides that, the room was really nice. It's brand new. It was only a week old when I stayed in it. But just to give some context, the Island Tower is part of the Polynesian Villas and Bungalows. It is towards the Grand Floridian Wedding Pavilion. Specifically, my room was one of the last rooms on the northern side of the hotel. The hotel is just a one big tower, about 200, 300 rooms. My room faced west, so it faced over the golf course. Currently, it's under construction, so there is some noise during the day, but also you get to hear the monorail that passes by underneath. We were on the seventh floor, so relatively high. You could see above the tree line, which was really nice view, although it was just a standard room. Not too much to see other than that. Just to the north of us would have been able to see the Magic Kingdom, but there is a wall that divides it, so you can't really see. But it was really nice. When you walk into the room on your right, you're gonna see a bathroom that is just a toilet area and a walk-in shower for this room. And then your sink is gonna be on your left side, and that sink is gonna be your main area where you can have some counter space. You're gonna have to wash your dishes in there, but it's only one sink itself, so there is a nice area where you can put toiletries. And then when you get into the main living space, you're gonna see your kitchenette with a microwave and with a beverage cooler, not a refrigerator in this room. But there's also your coffee maker and some counter space in your drawers and your plates, bowls, and utensils that you can use during your stay. When you have your main living area, which is couch during the day, and you pull down the bed in that Murphy style bed, it fits two people. And then there is a nice little sofa couch that is right next to it, so you can have somebody else laying on that couch during the day. But again, the room only fits two people, so keep that in mind. The room is pretty bright. There is some lights behind the bed, but besides that, there's no like main light fixture in the room. So if you don't want to turn on all these different lights, it's kind of cumbersome. But there is one lamp switch next to the bed that you can flip on and off. I did find that the room had a lot of USB plugs, which was really nice, and especially if you have two people who are charging phones or magic bands or even have like a computer or something, there is a lot of space there. Now, for storage, there is some storage underneath the TV in a chest of drawers. So there's six drawers there with a countertop so you can place some items on top. But there's also a closet next to it that you can put your clothes if you are trying to dress up for a nice event or just don't want to have wrinkled clothing. There is a iron and ironing board in there, as well as where you're gonna find your pillows and blankets for the bed, because the bed you pull down, there's no sheets or there's no blanket or pillows on the bed once you pull it down. You're gonna have to get those from the closet. Besides that, the room is about 250, 270 square feet, so it is on the smaller side. But I do see that you can use this room for two people or one person. One person probably you could do like a 3 or 4 day trip, it would be fine. Or if you did two people, like just a weekend trip. But if you are doing a complete week there in this room, I could see it could get kind of tight, especially as you're trying to spread out or trying to, as you accumulate items or you get some souvenirs from the parks inside the room. But I do really like this new room. Um, it is well appointed and with the older Polynesian villas being a more traditional room, this is a more modern room for the Polynesian Resort, and I really appreciated that. Now, one thing I did want to note in regards to the bed when I slept, it was, not as big of a mattress as a traditional bed if you're not used to these Murphy style beds. So it can be a little bit more firm and depending on how you sleep. I slept okay. I did wake up a few times during the night, but overall I felt like my sleep was good. I didn't hear my neighbors at really any time, but it also could have been the resort was not full. So, being on a higher floor, maybe you don't hear as much noise. But once you do have the sliding door to the balcony closed, you don't really hear the monorail, especially towards the nighttime as much. But when there is construction, you could hear it during the day. You're not going to hear any noise from like the pool or anything like that just because you're so far up. And at night with the fireworks, you could probably hear some pop sounds in your room. But it was really nicely located. If there is a stairwell right next to the room that I had, and which was really nice, 7819. You could just go down the stairs one floor and you can get to one of these terrace gardens, which was really nice. But if you do want to use or you have to use a elevator, the room is the very last room on the northern side, so it is quite a bit of a walk to the elevator if that's something that you need to pay attention to. But overall, I really appreciate this new style of room. You see that in the Riviera or at the villas at Disneyland Hotel. Again, look forward to having these more smaller units that you can use for quick weekend trips if you're doing a solo trip. Again, if you have any questions or comments about this room, if you've been able to stay in it, please comment down below and I'll see you in the next one.